very early on, poverty seems to start to impact auditory processing, probably because of a lack of exposure to a range of words. But if you think about that, it means that you start out with poor phonemic awareness, which will impact how you say it, how you write it, and how you read it in the future. Then to further complicate matters, we looked at infants and brain development over the first year of life. What they were trying to do was figure out how and when do different regions of the brain develop during infancy, because that's that boom, massive growth time. And what's supposed to happen is most babies, because everything around them is so new, if you look at EEGs, which measure oscillation, it shows you where the activity is and how much. You usually see this high level of activity, which is indicative of focus, learning, and promotes brain development. Well, one of the things that started happening in this study were there were babies who were awake, who were showing oscillation levels that are associated with sleep or daydreaming. And when they backtracked those infants, lo and behold, a majority of them came from poverty. So you see that low oscillation means that lower level of focus. Low focus means you can't learn things and remember them, but also means you slow up the development of the brain. That was further demonstrated in the 4 years of life. So if you look structurally, by the end of year 1, all brains kind of look the same, but by year 4, they were able to pick out the brains of kids coming from poverty. To show you how bad this was, they looked at large cohorts, and right above poverty, they saw a 2 to 4% drop in gray matter. And gray matter tells you how well a region of the brain functions. And one of the places it hit most is the prefrontal cortex, which is in charge of learning, executive function. Kids under the poverty line, 8 to 10% less gray matter. So that means that area that's really involved with language and learning is highly impacted.